my name is Glenn from Making It Here in New England, and today's featured business is from a company that's based out of West Suffield, Connecticut called Chic and Antique. So here we are at 1357 Mountain Road in a cozy little town of West Suffield, Connecticut, where Chic and Antique opened up its doors in the year 2013. And it all started as a quaint little antique store of only 1,200 square feet and primarily only a few pieces of small furniture. And in 3 short years, it grew into a 5,000 square foot must-see store located right here in the heartland of the Tobacco Valley. Today's Chic and Antique specializes not only in antique furniture, but also has home decor that is just out of this world. And they build their own custom brand barnwood furniture. And with their unique rough-cut furniture style, they began with building primarily only harvest-style farm tables, but now, with their custom building, they do rustic pieces such as clocks, coffee tables, headboards, and even console TVs. So here we are with the owners of Chic and Antique, Jeff and Ellen Abear. And today we're going to find out, how did Chic and Antique actually get started? Hey folks, how you doing?
Hello.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. So, tell us, before Chic and Antique was developed, what were you doing as far as income?
Well, we both have a big background in the retail business, mainly auto rental. That's where we first met.
Oh, okay.
We both have several years' experience in retail.
That's cool. So, how did retailing parlay into what you have here today, which is phenomenal?
Wasn't it when we bought our house? We started to furnish our house by going to tag sales, buying antique furniture and repainting and repurposing a lot of it. And then it turned out we had more than we needed for the house. And our house was overflowing with furniture. That's when we started to sell some. And that's when we knew we had something good going, and we rented a store and we started hosting flea markets in our front yard, and we really just fell in love with antiques.
Interesting. So you parlayed it from retail of something not in this field to antiquing today. Looking back a little bit, did you have like 5,000 square foot when you started?
No, the original store we rented was one unit was only about 1,200 square feet, and we knew we were expanding fast because of the way business took off. So we rented a second unit on the upstairs level, which doubled our square footage, and then a little less than a year ago we rented a third unit within our building, so now we have about 5,000 square feet.
And it is amazing. As I look around, I am just overwhelmed with the antique world, which I never thought there was. You did a great job. So, Ellen, what's your participation with Chic and Antique?
Well, we do extensive design and homework on how things are trending and up and coming so that we can incorporate the old with the new. Because not everybody likes antiques, and we need to cater to everyone. So what we do is we take the old and make it look new. Because it's been around 100 years, it'll probably be around another 100, which is different than the way things are made today that are virtually just throwaway. You have it for a year or two, it breaks, you throw it away, you get new. And it costs just as much as the antiques nowadays. So what our job is to make them new again. Take the old, make it new.
We also transitioned into building our own furniture.
Oh, okay. So you
Because
make your own.
there was quite often requests for certain size pieces we couldn't find and repurpose, so we started building from scratch, building things like this farm table we're sitting at, this clock here behind us. We started to build a lot of pieces of our own that the customers were requesting, and that's mainly where my wife Ellen has developed as a carpenter tremendously.
In looking around, I'm totally impressed with how you repurpose, or however you call the redesign the furniture. It's very, very, very impressive. So thank you folks for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Thank
you.
you.
It was good meeting with you
Thank
today. And today we're going to look at some of the items here featured. And we got a local resident that takes part in Chic and Antique. And hi, my name's Glenn.
Hi, I'm Scott. How you doing?
Nice to meet you. So what brings you into Chic and Antique?
Well, I'm anticipating getting a newer house. We've been at the same place for a while, and when we move to a bigger place, we think about upgrading. Now, when you upgrade, a lot of people say it's newer stuff, but the quality of the things these days is pressed board, it's disposable furniture, it's often made overseas, and the quality just isn't there. If it lasts a few years, you're lucky. The same thing with antique appliances and electronics that people like now, or anything like that. People like old music, old pianos, and it becomes an eclectic mix. Even overseas, they see the value of these things just like we see their stuff and they see ours. The world has become one big flea market. Now, one of the things that I will tell you is, first and foremost, I've never met a more honest, down-to-earth family in the business than this group. They are a typical American family, raising their children, trying to maybe put money away for their college or whatever. And they're running a very honest business. They've always been honest with me. And I like the fact that it isn't just about money. Of course it's about making a living, but I've always loved antiques. And so our family has always had a love of older things. And not only that, and now people more and more are starting to realize that as the quality of some things isn't what it used to be, they want to go back and get something that will long outlast things that are made today.
Yep.
And when I look at this is an item typically that you would find in a turn of the century, say 1900 to 1910 Sears Roebuck.
Okay.
Now you look at a thing like this, it's got dovetailing in it. The construction, they built these things with love. This is oak. And you have a door over there which is probably from the 1870s.
I see.
I mean, you look at that, it's a solid piece. The doors today are hollow. The furniture is pressed board, and if you just hit something wrong, it'll disintegrate. This piece will long outlast anything like that that's being made now. And people love country antiques. This is a country area.
Right.
And Jeff also builds furniture which I call Amish style.
Oh, okay.
Because, again, things that are well constructed and things that were built like they really cared about who it was going to, unlike today's mass-produced things. Not that these weren't, but when these were made, they cared about the person liking it. These days, the new stuff is just a quick dollar. To these folks, they're preserving history, they're making a living, and they're interacting with people. And to tell you the truth, Jeff and Ellen and the boys are a wonderful example of a good, solid family. They are great people. And it's a pleasure to come here. It really is.
How would you
There are
say
people
the
that
selection and the quality is compared
Excellent.
to most stores?
excellent,
Yeah.
excellent,
How would you rate them as far as in the
Excellent.
New England area?
excellent.
Yeah.
And when you walk through shops like this, it's not just a matter of looking at items. You're looking at a rotating emporium.
I see.
These are rotating displays. I mean, it's stimulating to look at these things.
Nice. I appreciate your input.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Scott.
Yep.
And that's it for Chic and Antique. Well, that concludes another episode of Making It in New England. And I'm your host, Glenn Belrose.
And I'm Brian Uris. Have
And
a great day,
and God bless. Hi, my name is Glenn from Making It Here in New England. Our featured company is from a company based out of West. Yeah. Do it. Hold on. The kids.
Boys, go upstairs.
Oh, Chic
Good.
and Antique. Scene 1 or scene 3. Take 1. Action.
Hi, and that concludes another episode of Making It Here in New England. I'm your host, Glenn Belrose.
And I'm Brian Uris. And have a great day and God,
God bless. And that stunk.
Why? Antique. Oh, what?
It didn't go. Okay. Do it.
Oh, Chic and Antique. Scene 3. Take 1. Action.
So that concludes another episode of Making It in New England. And I'm your host, Glenn Belrose.
And I'm Brendan Yaris.
Nope, that ain't gonna work.
Dang it.
You're going like this.
Oh. Chic and Antique. Scene 3. Take 1. Action.
So that concludes another episode.
What?
I goofed up.
Episode of Making It Here in New England. Chic and Antique. Scene 3. Take 6. Action.
Well, that concludes another episode of Making It New England. And I'm your host, Glenn Belrose.
And I'm Brendan Yaris, video
And
photographer. And
You're not supposed to say video photographer. Remember,
Oh,
you're going to
not?
put the words in?
oh yeah. Why do you say I'm